Dr. Chris Goff. He's an intensive care physician and joins us from his hospital in Cardiff, Wales. Dr. Goff, good to see you. Nice of you to take the time today. So first of all, what was that moment like to get that shot?
It was a lovely moment to do something to protect my patients, my colleagues, and my family. I mean, there's nothing more poetic than the first male in the world being called William Shakespeare in Warwickshire being vaccinated, surely. But it's a wonderful thing. It's wonderful, but it comes with caveats. It is not a magic bullet. It is not going to cure things overnight. It is part of a package of measures that will help control this virus. But it is a very welcome measure indeed.
How many hours ago did you get it? What did it feel like? How are you feeling now? Do you feel a little pain in your arm? Just tell me anything.
I had about 5 hours ago. Mm-hmm. It was a lot like getting the flu jab, but actually I found the flu jab this year slightly more painful. So this one, I didn't even feel it really. You can't see me now, but I've been at work for the last sort of 5 hours since then, looking after sick COVID patients in intensive care. I've been doing my normal job. I've not noticed my arm aching at all. It's just twinging slightly now. It is nothing to worry about. It is absolutely fine. What
is it like to sort of witness this historic moment? Did you ever think that as a physician that you would be in the middle of a global pandemic and, getting, this is one for the ages, right? In terms of a vaccine for something that has impacted billions, well, all of us, impacted the entire world.
Yeah, this is amazing that this vaccine has been produced so quickly. We're really sort of 9 months out of when it started hitting us in Europe and in the UK. And to come up with a vaccine that quickly is phenomenal and really testament to the coordinated effort across the world to try and help tackle this. The vaccine that they're using is actually quite a clever. It's an mRNA vaccine, which we don't have any effective vaccines that work like this before. But the way it works is very clever, and it's fantastic news that we've got something like this so quickly.
So maybe tell us a little bit about that. How is it clever? Why do you think that this is going to be such an effective part of the toolbox to fight this pandemic?
Well, usually you'd use either sort of inactivated vaccine or a small live vaccine, but the way this works is it allows the cell to create a small amount of what's called the spike protein on the surface of the cell, which is similar to that in the virus. And so the body can recognize it and build up antibodies to it without ever facing the actual virus. So that we've not seen that in a vaccine before. It's quite an innovative and clever way of producing a vaccine, and the results are very impressive. Yes, you need to have 2 doses a few weeks apart, but to come up with a vaccine in a new mode that's not been seen before, that should really be suitable for everybody because it's an inactive vaccine. There's no live vaccine. And to do it so quickly is, I'm amazed.
So when would you become immune, do you think?
Well, the challenge is you won't know if you are immune or whether you're still one of the small minority of people who can get it. Because the trials, although they did it in several, 40,000 or so people, a small number of people who had the COVID vaccine still got COVID. So it's 95% effective. But you don't know if you're in the 19 in 20 group that will be immune or in the 1 in 20 group that are not. So you still need to take the precautions of washing your hands, wearing a face mask, and keeping your...